to describe last night in one word, what would you use? Him. Describe him in one word.
Diplomatic.
Professional. We'll talk more about him when we're not on the thing. I find it this is unusual. So far, we have 1, 2, 3. One more. 3. What was the other one? We have at least 3 guys that have models that are the perfect storm for roll-ups. Perfect. Not perfect. Nothing's perfect. But the only thing that's perfect is me. But other than me, I mean, and that's unusual. That's unusual. They normally don't have that. It has nothing to do with them. They're at the right place at the right time, and they're all stupid. But that's just the luck of the draw. And some of the comments from the people that I've talked to so far, I'm trumping it now, okay? I knew all this. I knew all this. There's nothing really new here. And of course, I'm thinking when they say this, why are you so fucking poor? Remember I said that intellectually this is an easy motherfucker. But some of you already know that you're going to have trouble with it. Most of you already know. All of you already know. So why in the fuck could you tell me that, well, I nothing really new. I kind of knew all this. Because what you're really saying when you say that is that I'm as thick as 2 short planks. I have no balls. I know how to do this, but I have no balls. And I haven't done it. And the reason why we spend so much time on the elementary shit, to me, is that when you understand why you have no balls, and when you understand why the women really enjoy this part, when your testicles are sucked up, you know when you get cold and a man's out, well, maybe you've never been out naked in the cold, but your balls suck up and your penis shrinks. Do you understand what I'm saying? You've lived your whole fucking lives that way. I'm surprised you got any kids. Your partners must have really had to work hard on you. Of course it's easy. Intellectually. But emotionally, it's a son of a bitch. And that's why there aren't QLA shops on every street corner like Starbucks. I told you, we've been going through Alexander the Great and Aristotle and all these guys that said all this stuff before I did. Thousands of years ago, they've said this shit. So if Alexander the Great said, I thank my father for life and I thank my mentor for whatever he said, when was Alexander the Great? How long ago? 2,500 years? At least a couple thousand. He was before Christ. And the mentoring Aristotle, Socrates, and Plato, they were the big 3 mentors to each other. I think I got them backwards. It's the other way. So this is, and you're right, it's not new. But implementing it has been hard since before Christ. Somebody sent me a link on Steve Jobs, and I've seen the link probably 100 times. But the fact that you got time to be fucking sending me links on Steve Jobs, something ain't right. So, it just, And to me, when I say something ain't right, something is not right, it's because you're more serious in the research to continue to validate in your little pea brain that this is okay. But when the truth of the matter is, unless you pull the fucking trigger, like I told you in the movies, when people get killed, do you have any last words? You know, that's all bullshit. That's not how it happens. They come up behind your fucking bald head and they put a bullet in your head. They don't ask anything. They take action. I had a guy here that was a convicted two-time murderer. And I was the only one that knew that he was a two-time. And he just laughed and laughed. Yeah, he says, yeah, that sounds like prison. I mean, you don't say you're going to stick a shiv in the guy. You stick a fucking shiv in the guy. So whilst I appreciate you validating that what I'm saying isn't worth much because you knew it all, I would like you to validate to yourselves as a human being that you got a pair of balls and that you do something about it. That's what I like. Now, the truth of the matter is the three people that I pointed out that have a perfect storm and that have a perfect for roll-up don't have to be here. You wasted your money. It's all on the site. It's all on my podcast. How do you get the fucking money? Deal flow. So if three people came here with a perfect storm model in their current business, now some of you that doesn't apply to, and they haven't learned much because this is all old information, what does that say to you, David? He said it all, he's right about that. So kids, we're halfway through the deal. Like sex, it's all at the end. But the actual structuring of the deals is going to be about, with David asking questions, it'll probably be 4 hours. But if David wasn't here, it'd be 2 hours. 2 hours. No questions, 60 minutes. 60. And that's if I really slow down into slow motion. Because the actual structure of these, some of the kids are asking for case studies. Oh, God, help me. I think you don't need any fucking case studies. Unencumbered cash flow has got to cover debt service, full stop, period, end of story. That's the whole seminar. Unencumbered cash flow has got to cover debt service, full stop, end of story. The seminar's over. I'm going to say it again. Unencumbered cash flow has got to cover debt service, end of story. There's plenty of money out there for the deal if the numbers work. Now, see, most of you guys wouldn't know a deal if it bit your wife's head off. Well, you might like that, but anyway, if it bit you in the dick. He's our preeminent guy that doesn't know what a deal looks like if it bit his fucking red head off. Daniel thinks he knows, which he knows more about it than you do, but he's actually, I think he's learned a couple of things since he's been here. But I love to hear him talk because say something Irish for me, just so I feel good.
How's it going?
You know, that's not Irish enough. Okay. But it's easy, guys. It just is. And as I told you, the guy you're going to hear in the webinar today, once I learned to dumb it down. Now, most people would, if they said that to some of the other guys that are purportedly success coaches, they would be insulted. But he's right. It's not a very sophisticated, it's not, pi times E equals MC squared times whatever. It's none of those things. It's more like 1 and 1 equals 2. And that's the truth. That's the truth. YouTube, remember, it all comes at the end. See you later. To learn more about this video and all my videos, you lazy cunts, click on this link below. Or you can go to my website, danpeña.com, and see all the fucking free material from the $50 billion man.